back to Kyle's still grinding. I didn't really want to just sit idle for 15 minutes while Kyle grinds, so I gave him like 5. So we have, in the hour we've been recording, we have 10 dead minutes because we had to redo everything from the first episode, which was 4 minutes of skipping dialogue.
And I found out how to skip dialogue
in the dialogue button
during
afterward.
During like a...
And then we had the controller fiasco at the beginning. This one's just been...
Yeah, not the best.
Kind of a disaster. I'm kind of tired, you know.
Yeah, you didn't sleep until 4 a.m.
I have to go into work early, but now I'm guessing I have a lunch now because they have to give me a lunch now because my shift is longer than 5 hours, which is pretty sick. Would you rather work like 4 hours with 1 break or 5.5 hours with lunch?
Well, my job kind of breaks labor laws because I don't really have breaks.
Wow, that's cool. Say that louder.
No, but we can like leave to get food whenever, and
yeah, you said that, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it doesn't.
Following me. I wish the camera wasn't super slow.
Oh, there's an enemy there.
Yeah, it's so small. It's a little space invader.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, I guess it doesn't really matter. When you you don't have breaks that much because your job just doesn't have. I'm guessing it just doesn't have the volume of business where that would matter, right?
Not necessarily.
My job, it's like always busy. So when I get a break, it's because they scheduled a break at a specific time. Somebody came and let me out and took over for me because you can't just close check stands randomly because somebody needs a break or they'll be breaking labor laws, right? It's like that kind of thing. Yeah. I gotta say though, it's not too hot today. I'm not really feeling the heat. Not like I did in our previous sessions, like my ones with Ben especially were really warm.
Oh, no. Did you upload today's episode has that been released yet on the channel?
At 1 p.m. So it released during this.
Yeah, sweet. I'm gonna watch that
during our recording session.
I just have some work-related stories. I was watching Ben's play and have some. You have your
episode from yesterday.
crackheads.
We talked about the crackheads. Yeah.
Yeah. So. I don't have that. Well, okay, I do have I have a recurring customer whose name I don't know and always pays in cash. Actually, I have a couple.
I asked you the question. I asked you the question last time. Has anybody ever been like
a
know-it-all
asshole?
Yeah, and you said that happened once. Anyway, so yeah, you have a recurring customer.
And he's
cash.
he's like an asshole. He's and I think he's an asshole because he might be high all the time. But, the first time I ever encountered him, he came in and he was just a dick. And I'm like, okay, this guy's just an asshole. The next time he came in...
How so? He was just
being he was being just very rude. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. The next time he came in, he always gets the same thing.
That's fun.
Yeah, he gets the exact same thing every time. Was it? But yeah.
Whereas I say that jokingly, and Max would just hear he'd be like, yeah, dude, fuck retail workers.
Yeah, Max also,
it's not actually an asshole. It's just funny to joke about. These enemies are kind of fighting you even.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, so he came in again
and he said some weird shit. So I have my assistant manager. He's like a big guy. He's like 6'2".
I imagine there's probably some big, well in shape fellows that work at the GNC.
Yes, yeah, at least one. Not me.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
When you're in good shape, you're just not very big.
No. And he came in. He's just being a dick to me, and he comes in talking about. He's swearing up the place, and that's unusual. You don't normally run into a place and just start,
especially in a mall,
right? And he's
when I'm guessing the middle of the day too.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, and I've seen him before. I'm like, I just want this guy to leave and ignore him and just fuck Neptune miss because she sucks. What does he do? And he's fucking insane. He's talking about the IRS. He's talking about he's part of the mafia. And he's like, if you guys don't like the way I'm talking to you, meet me in the parking lot. And I'm like, cool, that's great. And my assistant manager, he he comes out, he's 6'2", and the guy the counter is imagine that's where we're sitting right now.
The counter's in the middle of the store.
It's in the middle of the store, and he comes out, and he's off to the right, and he's a couple feet away. He walks around the counter and stands a foot away from my assistant manager, and he sizes him up, and he's like, "You're not bigger than me." He says the words, "You're not bigger than me" to my 6'2" big.
And was he bigger than the guy?
He was absolutely. He was absolutely because he's a middle-aged dude, and I probably should have healed before I started this fight, but whatever.
Neptune has health. It'll be fine.
Okay.
So and what happened after that?
he came up and he just left, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna call security. I skipped through the other people's turns. This was very smart.
Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, what happened?
And he just shows up again, but he's perfectly regular the next time.
Oh, that's fun. No, what happened in the game? Like, what happened to your moves?
Oh, I just hit defend because I wasn't paying attention.
Which is the enemies didn't do anything.
Yeah, they sure didn't.
Get the healer. Their backline. That thing in the back. That thing heals them.
Yeah, I remember.
Kill the healer.
Yes.
Focus the healer.
That's what you do in video games.
Yeah, we were in an Overwatch game yesterday, and there was just a dude playing support who was just like, every time, like it just saying shit like what I meant to say is something people say in team chat just for no reason, just to be assholes.
He gives you a lot of damage all of a sudden.
And he was just like, this is the problem with every game. Like every team I play with, they don't focus enemy healers, and the guy's playing healer, right?
Right.
So like because it's not his problem, he can say that, right?
Sure.
But who's to say in his very next game he was playing damage and he couldn't kill the enemy healers or something, right? Like it's just like, man, they are not doing well.
Not amazing. That is for sure.
This Compa, she has to use SP to heal, right?
That's correct.
It's like a very small amount. How much does she have to
use? It's like 100, and she has like 1,000, so you can like heal pretty often, which is that's nice.
That doesn't seem very efficient though.
No.
That doesn't seem like if you were like trying to get through. Although I don't even remember when you beat this dungeon, and I don't remember how long it took you to beat it. So
I think we did it in at least 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was very long.
Okay.
Oh.
Did I get? Damn,
surprise attack.
That's a problem because
I feel like I didn't see the little space invaders at all when we first were in this dungeon.
They were there. I just like, they're tiny and I can't see them.
I just remember seeing the ghosts and the super otakus.
Yes, the super otakus.
Oh, and that goes back to our conversation about why this game is self-aware in the bad way.
Yes, it's like the Mighty Number 9 ad.
Yeah, epic. They're like,
let's make fun
of our target audience directly. That'd be a good idea, I think. That's not even like a particularly funny joke.
No.
Even if I was like, yeah, man, dunk on those anime fans, haha, lol, what losers, am I right? It's like, all those things I definitely say. It's like,
yes,
it's like,
get fucked, anime fans.
That's just not fun. It's just not very funny. Like, and your game is like in an anime style too.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying like Mega Man is anime, but that's definitely like the same like kind of
aesthetic,
cartoonish Japanese art style that like anime has, right? So what the fuck are you doing? Of course, that game was bound to fail for many reasons besides that, right?
Right.
That game was just badly made.
Yes.
And it was bad. I don't know anyone that bought that game.
I had it pre-ordered.
Oh yeah, because you're a big Mega Man fan.
I'm a Mega Man fan, and I was like, they're not making Mega Man games anymore, so I'll play Mighty Number 9 and Max.
And then they made 11.
Yes, and then they made 11. They made 11, and then
people liked it, I think.
Yes.
And then Max talked you out of the pre-order.
Max talked me out of the pre-order, which is the one good thing.
Was it based on the ad or the game being shit?
The game being shit.
Okay.
I think by the time I canceled the pre-order, that ad hadn't come out yet.
The ad was pretty close to the game's release,
right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that like more people were like, okay. Like.
And the pre-order bonus for that game was he had like a Minecraft skin for Beck. Like, he looked like a Minecraft character in the game, not like you got a Minecraft skin for Minecraft.
Beck the Mighty Number 9?
Yes, Beck was Mighty Number 9, because
were Mighty Numbers 1 through 8 like the Robot Masters?
I think so. It must have been.
Sense.
Yeah, and then, because the Mega Man has this naming scheme, I guess. I'm saying that in quotes, because he's Mega Man in Japan's called Rockman, right?
Yeah.
And his name's just Rock, and then there's Roll. So it's Rock and Roll, right?
And that's his sister's
That's his
robot
sister. So Mighty Number 9, he has Beck, and the female support lady is Call, so it's Beck and Call.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like I'm trying to think about like games that like were like hyped up, total bust, and like the people I know that bought them. And the other example I think of is like that bought them anyway because. And they were like, okay, I want to see this for myself, right? That kind of thing.
Are you going to say Last of Us 2?
No, I was going to say Benby is the one person I know that bought No Man's Sky when it launched. I think Max probably did too.
Max...
Right? He tried?
No, he bought it, but he didn't buy it with his own money. He tricked a kid into buying it for him.
He tricked.
Okay, if I remember the story correctly, so Max is a big guy. He's a big guy and he's a big fan of CS:GO. I got a hunting sword. I got a new weapon. So and CS:GO, as you know,
I already know where this is going.
Has a big economy for skins and shit, right?
Yeah.
So
it's crazy to me in my head because I didn't grow up playing games on Steam at all.
Right.
So, and I grew up playing shooters. So the idea that people spend like a lot of money on items in that game is bizarre to me.
Right. And I think what he did was he managed to get a knife from a kid that was expensive enough, like at least $60 plus tax, that he could just buy No Man's Sky. So he tricked the kid into into taking his knife, and then he bought No Man's Sky.
And then he gave his knife back?
No, because he sold it.
Oh.
Because he sold I think that's how... Wow, this has way more range.
Wait, so you're saying he sold the knife for No Man's Sky?
No, okay, when you sell a skin... You know how when you sell trading cards and stuff, it puts in your Steam wallet?
Yes.
And he just got the money from that, and then he bought No Man's Sky with it.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay. I thought you said he just, like, scammed this kid completely.
Well, yes. Yeah. Because he got his knife from him, and I don't think that kid got anything in return.
What the fuck? That's fucked.
That's also... I have another Max thief story.
So Ben bought No Man's Sky and played it for like a week. I remember thinking it was cool.
I'm not painting Max in a good light.
I wasn't that interested in it. But I thought it looked really cool. I didn't really want to buy it though. And Ben B bought it and got bored with it after like a week, like everybody did, because like the material system was boring and like. So basically, that game got do you remember the thing that happened when that game got like super exposed as like the creator of the game? His name was like Sean something. He had like a big reputation at the time because the game was so hyped up.
Look how much range his weapon has.
Yeah, hit them all.
Awesome.
The Hello Games guy got all this flack because I believe they said that the players existed in the same universe and you could run into other players.
Right.
But it was so big that would probably never happen. And everybody was like, okay, that makes sense. But if there's like, 10 million players, someone's going to run into each other somewhere, right? So two streamers, I don't remember who they were, they went to the exact same location and they didn't see each other. So it just showed that they lied about that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm telling that story wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened, and they were just exposed as being these, like, fucking liars, basically.
Fantastic. That reminds me of something you talked about on the Sonic Mania episodes of Ben's Play, where you guys talked about conspiracy theories, and you brought up the thing called the Fermi Paradox.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I know what that is. That's a thing that I know.
I do as well, but I forgot again.
Oh.
Remind me.
Okay, well, because you said you thought it was just a math thing, so, do you believe in aliens at all in any capacity?
I think there's probably aliens out there somewhere, but they haven't reached us.
Right, so statistically, there should be, right? So there's this thing called the Drake equation. This is an example. I'm going to dumb it down really quick because I'm not a fucking astrophysicist. Yeah. So the Drake equation is basically like if there are X many stars in the Milky Way galaxy, that means Z many stars is like our sun, right? Mm-hmm. Which means there's Y planets.
Oh, so is the Fermi Paradox the one that's like there are aliens but we've never seen
the Fermi Paradox is why haven't we seen them given the statistical there's no evidence of it. It's not that they don't say it's not I don't think it's saying there is an extraterrestrial life. It's why haven't we seen extraterrestrial life given the statistical likelihood. Yes. Yeah. And
all right. Well, the grinding will continue next time.
Yes.
I guess. It's not like the game advancing really matters that much for this game specifically, because I don't think we're going to finish this, but... Man, that new sword is really kicking ass.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I think that must be like a rare item or something, because I just found it in a dungeon.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, next time, maybe we can go back to the dragon next time, or the bird thing.
Next time on Ben's Play.
See y'all later.